the flavor of the 90s. It's the flavor of the 90s. It's the flavor of the 90s. It's the flavor of the 90s.
You know what it is. Every Saturday, 10 p.m. to midnight. Bringing y'all back with every track. A.K.A. the ambassador of the local underground scene. She be the L-A-D-Y.
It's the flavor of the 90s.
Lady Kiss, and the name of the show is Flavor of the 90s. It's every Saturday, 10 p.m. to midnight, right here on 88.3. The Saint. We gotta throw that in there. The origin of the name of the show, Flavor of the 90s. The show is based around the 90s era. So I play a lot of Mary J. Blige, Keith Sweat, BBD, all of your favorite hits from the 90s. So that's what the name is derived from. I am the executive producer, so I sit down and throughout the week I think of the songs that I want to play. I do have my partner, my business partner, Carmen. She comes in and she helps. Also a part of my whole Kissful Entertainment family. I have Vanessa. She helps out at different events and also comes to the studio sometimes and helps out. But mainly it's me putting the songs together and thinking of songs that you might remember when you were a little younger, back in the 90s, even when I was a kid. I'm just 25 years old. So I think of the songs and look at old school videos and think of things that might, bring back that moment you remember from the past. My genre would be R&B, hip-hop, a little like New Jack Swing, because we're taking it back to the 90s, so you gotta say New Jack Swing. The whole Teddy Riley era, definitely. Oh my God, I started when I was a kid. Like I always used to listen to 88.3 because I'm born and raised here in 518. So I used to listen to 88.3 back in the day when it was major, when it was big, when it was Linda Love, Mr. C, the Cool Wizard. The list goes on. But I still love listening to them, and they inspired me to sit down and take my little pink radio and think of different ways to go into a song or out of a song. That was my inspiration to get into radio. I absolutely still love it. I still have that passion. When I go on the air at 9:59, I'm still getting the butterflies. That's how much I love it. If you don't get those butterflies before you do something or before you go on air, then you kind of like, lose the passion. But from knowing and listening to what was already on the radio and hearing things that I didn't like, and I wanted to make a change. So I found a way to do that. As for community organizations, I was president of my honor society at the College of St. Rose. I'm still active in anything that they need to do. At work, we do different events and stuff like that. So nothing in particular, but if someone asks me to do something, I'm always there. Me. And you can't find me anywhere else. I think that just the whole energy vibe. I'm like this all day, 24 hours a day, 365. So you're not just getting this, when I'm on the radio. If you know me as a person, if you know Lady Kiss as a person, I'm like this. I'm high energy, bouncing off the wall. I want people to listen to the show and enjoy themselves. Their mother, their aunt, their sister, their brother, their cousin. Everybody can listen to the show and enjoy it. From 5 Minutes of Funk, where I take it back to the old school 70s and 80s, with the 90s music. So that's like, the around 25 and up generation, and also Artist Spotlight, where anybody could enjoy it. So it's not like, I'm gonna pause it right here and wait until 11 o'clock so this comes on. No, everybody can sit down and enjoy it, and you don't find it anywhere else in any other radio station. Mm-hmm. That sounded kind of cocky, huh? No. Keep that in there. Say what?
I'm pissed, baby. You know what I'm saying? Word up. Let them know.
My creative process is simple. It's thinking outside of the box, thinking about what someone else might not want to do or want to put the effort into. I spend hours finding different songs. Sometimes it's going back to old soul videos and looking at the videos I used to record as a kid, or going to family members like, do you remember that song? So it's like, I don't want to just do top 20 hits of the 90s, that, the Snoop Dogg's, the Biggie, the Jay-Z. There's nothing wrong with that, but there were so many artists back in the day that, made the movement classic. So that's when I sit down, I think of different songs that might take you back, back in the day. Well, you can hear us as far as Denmark, because we're also online, and so you can hear us all over the world. www.wvcr.com. Listen live. I have people in New Jersey. Had someone in what's the kangaroo state?
Australia.
Australia. I had someone in Australia hit me up after they listened to Artist Spotlight online. So it broadcasts all over the capital region. I'm not sure the distance, but you can get it anywhere as long as you got a computer. When I first started, basically I sat down with an idea. Like I said, I love the 90s, and I always, I used to spit back in the day, way back in the day. Do not ask me to spit, because I will not. But, so I know the hustle of, trying to get your music out there and having people listen to your music. So I wanted to kind of put something together where I can still keep my audience in tune and hold their attention, but also shine some light on a local artist. So when I sat down, I wanted to put all those elements together. And when I first started out, it was kind of hard trying to find my own niche. But like I said, I'm me, so I wanted to bring that out when I do my show. And now it's like, it's gotten to a point where like every day I'm getting new music, and people are really loving it. And I think that all boils down to being a good person and just being loyal to, who you are in your fan base. And definitely promotion. Don't think you're going to get anybody if you're not out there, promoting yourself. You can go to Beauty Supply Warehouse, see my flyers hanging up. You can go to any corner store and see my little flyers hanging up. It's, the effort you put into it is the effort you're going to get out of it. I really don't, I wouldn't say I don't see any challenges, because there are, but with anything there comes challenges, you know what I mean? With anything that you do, there's going to be challenges. So with this, it's like I put so much passion to it. I love what I do, and if there's a problem or something down the line that might arise, you just got to figure out a way to handle it and go about, and fixing it. So a challenge is a challenge. You go through challenges every day. Ultimate direction for the show, honestly, this is like, the show is my baby. It's my one and only baby, my child. So the direction for the show, I see in the future, honestly, bringing it to another station where, I won't say they would appreciate it more, but where it'll be a bigger fan base. So, moving it onto the online a little bit more and making it bigger and better. But also with my company, Kissable Entertainment, I want to branch out and start doing like 80s and 90s parties and doing different events from the show. In order to get into this business, be ready to work with very little pay or almost no pay. Do it for the sheer passion of it. I'm here on my Saturday night for the passion of it, so people at home can enjoy their Saturday night, go home or go to sleep like, Dad, that was a great show. It's all in the hard work, and financially, that stuff will come down the line. But if you're doing it for the money, and radio or television, that's not good. When you're starting out, it's not going to happen. So definitely be ready, be prepared to work hard and bust your butt, and be prepared for the criticism, because other stations or other radio personalities might look at you like, she doesn't have the education in this type of medium. How is she getting, So be prepared for the criticism, and keep your good people close to you. Definitely. Website is kissableent.webs.com. That's KISSIBLEENT.webs.com. That's for the Kissable site. Especially if you are a unsigned artist, go to the site, see what Kissable has to offer as far as party planning, party promotion, and for artist spotlight. I'd like to acknowledge Darren Scott Kibbe. He's the director here at Sienna. He gave me the opportunity straight out of college, and just basically going off a word from someone at my job. He said, let's talk to her. He gave me that 3 or 4 minutes of time and said, I want to meet her, and that door opened from that point on. So definitely I want to thank him, everybody on the Kissable staff, Carmen, Vanessa, Estasia, everybody who makes what we do possible and making a change and not afraid to do so. As for last words, 2010 is going to be bigger and better. 09 was just the beginning, was just the start. We're already working on ideas for Flavor of the 90s for next year and what we have going on. So please be looking out for us. And you see me out in the street saying hey or say ow. Either of those things work. And make sure you check out the show, Flavor of the 90s, every Saturday, 10 p.m. to midnight, right here on 88.3.
518 Cap City, man. Detroit. Lady.
It's the flavor of the 90s.
To a Cap City noir.